Welcome back to my IGTV channel. Today, I'm showing you how to make one of my favorite recipes, and that's ranch dressing. Yes, this has been one of the most requested recipes, and I've actually never put it up on my blog, but today, that's different. I'm gonna be sharing exactly how to make homemade ranch dressing in just 2 minutes. Literally, it takes no time at all. But before we go there, thank you so much for tuning in to another IGTV video. This is the place to get weekday tips, tricks, and hacks to help you get healthy, live happy, and find more joy. So today, we're making homemade ranch dressing in a mason jar or any kind of jar. I just used the leftover mayonnaise jar. Then you need some red wine vinegar, a little bit of milk or almond milk or any kind of quote-unquote milk alternative, some water, dill weed, parsley, chives, and garlic powder. So that's all you need, some spices, and the base is going to be mayonnaise. Now I know it's shocking to a lot of people that a quote-unquote nutritionist is telling you to use mayonnaise as the base to the salad dressing, but hear me out. If you buy the right kind of mayonnaise can actually be a really healthy fat in our diet. And if there's anything that we know about nutrition today, it's that fat is vital for the health of our body. In fact, every single hormone starts with fat. So we need more healthy fats in our diet, and mayonnaise, again, if you buy the right varieties or the right brand, can be a really good source of fat. Plus, it can help you absorb more nutrients. So the kind of fats or the kind of mayonnaise that I would suggest you buy are ones made with natural oils like olive oil or avocado oil, or make homemade mayonnaise. Now I'm talking about the real deal, not like Miracle Whip or anything like that, but real mayonnaise. The brand that I really like is Primal Kitchen mayonnaise. I'm sure there are some other great ones, but that's one I've tried and I've just fallen in love with and I use over and over again. So that's just a quick brand. Again, just look around, make sure they have high quality oils in them, like an avocado oil or an olive oil, and stay clear of soybean oil or canola oil. Otherwise, the ingredients are pretty straightforward. So to make this homemade ranch dressing, literally all you do is you take a cup of mayonnaise and you put it down inside a mason jar or any kind of glass jar. You don't need a blender or anything else like this. Of course, you could use a blender, but I just like to keep it clean and simple and straightforward, and less dishes is always best in my opinion. So a cup of mayonnaise down inside the jar. I already did this because I just used the leftover mayonnaise jar. And then you're gonna add garlic powder, and that's 1 tablespoon of garlic powder to the mayonnaise. A tablespoon or 2 of chives. All of these spices can be adjusted. That's the nice thing about making your own dressing. It really goes to whatever you like. And however your flavor preferences or whatever they are, you can adjust it. A tablespoon or a teaspoon of parsley, and I'm using all dried spices just because I have them on hand and it's easy. You can use fresh. And one of the spices that I really love to use fresh is dill. It just has more flavor. But if you're not using fresh, then again, it's a tablespoon of fresh or a tablespoon of dried dill. So you have a tablespoon of garlic powder, parsley, chives, and dill. And that's the spices you're gonna use in there. And then we're gonna add some vinegar. Now this gives it more of the dressing taste. And I'm gonna add a tablespoon of vinegar to the cup of mayonnaise. You're just gonna dump that in. And the last but not least is the milk. So you're gonna put all of that in a mason jar. I'm gonna leave the water out for a second, and you're just gonna give it a good shake. So you just put a tight lid on, shake it up until you can start to see the spices get to the bottom and on the sides of the jar. That way you know it's mixed up. Now this isn't mixing overly well. I'm gonna check it, and you can just check it for thickness. And depending on how runny you like your dressing, this is actually pretty good. You can add a little bit of water and reshake it. Now I'd start with just a tablespoon of water. You might have to work yourself up into a 1/4 cup, but I like my dressing nice and runny, especially for salads. Now if I'm gonna coat this on something like use it as a marinade, I want it to be a little bit thicker, but you just keep shaking until all of your mayonnaise is mixed up inside the jar. And that's literally all you have. Now you have homemade ranch dressing. Here's the thickness of it. Homemade ranch dressing made in 2 minutes. Just pop a lid on it, store it in the refrigerator, and use it all week long. I'm telling you, this is so delicious. We put it on everything from tacos to salads to dipping carrots in it. I marinate meats in it, and I even roast my vegetables with it. And I'm gonna show you another recipe for one of my favorite types of potatoes, and it's sweet potato fries roasted in ranch dressing. So stay tuned, coming up later this week to get that recipe, that literally 2-minute ranch dressing. All you need is a mason jar, a few ingredients, and there you have it. So I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Make sure you tag a ranch lover below and let them know how easy it is to make your own dressings, not to mention healthier, because you're skipping all the processed ingredients and preservatives that other store-bought dressings have. And like I said, it's so easy and cost-effective. So make sure you try it out for yourself. Thank you so much for watching another IGTV video. I'm so glad you're here, and I hope you found it beneficial. Stay tuned, because for the rest of this week, I have other great videos coming up right here, talking all about habit formation, wearable devices. Yes, that was my question of the week. Are wearable devices safe? And last but not least, how to make my homemade crispy ranch fries. So stay tuned. I'll see you then.